Happy Venus Day, beautiful souls, and welcome to another episode of the Bali Frequency podcast. I'm your host, Bali Shah. If you're new here, I am a photographer, I am an intuitive healer, and I'm a tarot card reader. So basically, my work is an intersection of creativity, of intuition, and emotional well-being. And this podcast is just an extension of that. Today, I want to share my story, not because I have it all figured out, but because sometimes knowing that a healer is also human, that she's walked her own path, asked her own questions, and also moved through uncertainty helps to bring some trust. My journey began in 2022 when I started therapy. Therapy taught me how to slow down, how to reflect, and just sit by myself and with myself. It made me far more open-minded and more self-aware than I used to be. I've gradually moved from having a very one-track mind and way of just seeing things to being more open to different perspectives, opinions, and experiences without needing to immediately judge or control. At the end of 2023, I had my first tarot card download. Tarot didn't make me spiritual overnight. However, it helped me to understand my intuition, trust my intuition, and connect more to my inner voice. For those who know me since 2022, I had completely turned into this is a sign person and that's a sign and angel numbers. And I'm not surprised that tarot came towards me. I actually really love tarot. I feel like it was a new language that I already somehow understood. By January 2024, I had found something a little deeper. I learned about access consciousness, and in January, I got my certification for the access bars. This deepened my awareness and helped me work with the body and energy in a very different way. The bars showed me just how much our mind and our body hold on to thoughts and emotions and patterns, and just how gently that they can be released. I got my Access Facelift certificate. This is really interesting because after I got the bars, I wanted to look at what else there was, and across the website, I found the facelift. And all the certifications, you have to do it in person. And there was just an impromptu trip that I had to London, and you're not going to believe this. Literally, the day before I flew out, they had a class. And I ended up being the only one for that particular class. So it actually turned into a one-to-one session with the most incredible teacher. And this moment did not feel accidental. It actually felt like a confirmation, because once I had made the choice or decided to do this, the universe aligned a way. The universe came together and found a path for me to be able to do this. And I actually was the facelift was what brought me the confidence to start practicing access bars and obviously the facelift. Before that, I think I was still a bit shy or just not very sure on how to execute this, but the facelift really pushed me towards it. Then came Reiki level 1, which was in 2025 January. Honestly, going into it, I just thought, you know what, I'll just do Reiki level 1 in January, and then about May, I'll do Reiki level 2. And boy, was I wrong. Reiki level 1 took me out in the best way possible. It emphasized boundaries, it emphasized self-healing and responsibility. As Reiki level 1 mostly focuses on performing Reiki for yourself. So again, the analogy of fill your cup first before you pour into others. So learning boundaries, learning energetic boundaries, learning how to see, okay, are you in a space that you can heal other people, or do you feel like you don't have enough energy for yourself? How to protect yourself? And there's something called the attunement. And the Reiki level 1 attunement took me out for a good 6 months. This is essentially our energetic initiation. So basically, your capacity to handle energy and to heal increases. And it opens you up to working with Reiki energy in particular. So after that, I completed the suicide first aid certificate. Although the certificate was a few hours, it was quite challenging for me. But I also knew that there's a reason I wanted to do this. And the training taught me how delicate life actually is and how quickly things can change and how important timing is. Sometimes there isn't later. Sometimes support is needed immediately, within a few minutes, within a few hours, focusing on the first, 24 to 48 hours. And it taught me how to speak with care, the type of language I should be using, and how to approach difficult situations, solution-based and in a more grounded way. And I feel like this really guided me through situations that I went through later on in the year. By September 2025, I did my Reiki level 2. And this time I was more prepared. Reiki 2 taught me how to support other people's healing while still having strong boundaries. And I guess it also expanded. It also expanded. It also expanded my sense of how magical and how interconnected the world is when the energy is respected and handled responsibly. Looking back, I can see that the earlier stages of my journey was very focused on needing to fix this, and fix that. I think it comes a lot with the self-awareness, from coming to a place where you're lacking any sort of awareness or self-awareness, to your eyes opening and you just start wanting to fix all parts of yourself and constantly looking like there's always something that needs improvement. But over time, something has softened. Today, my work is rooted in self-acceptance and authenticity. I don't believe that we are here to fix ourselves. We're not broken. Yes, there are small shifts that we can all make to be more present, more open and responsive. But the intention is not perfection. It's ease, it's flow, it's remembering who you were before you were put in the box. And that is what this podcast is too. The Bali Frequency podcast is a space for learning, for curiosity, and for conversation. A place where I get to explore things that I'm genuinely curious about, and where people from different walks of life can share their journeys too. What they do, what inspires them, what they're passionate about, and what they've learned along the way. A space to listen, to learn, and to grow together. Thank you for being here and choosing to listen. Your journey matters, and you're allowed to be human as you move through it. If you feel like anything in this episode resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe, and follow me on the podcast and also on any of my channels. Looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Bye!